Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Ryan Carbonneau here with Testudo Addiction Recovery. It is a gorgeous day and a privilege to really introduce myself for the first time as a doctor. Very, very cool. So one of the things, actually the thing that I wanted to talk about today is this idea of an addict's best friend. Now that has a different connotation, and so what I wanted to do actually is discuss addiction, basically looking at it from an empathy standpoint on the addict, and that might actually make some of you a little upset. Some of you might have lived with an addict for years and years and years, and they hurt you time and time again and continue to behave in ways that tend to be negative and negative relational consequences, personal consequences, possibly lost jobs. And so there might be some of you thinking, how in the world would you expect me to look at this person with any kind of empathy? Or why would you want me to? And so I wanted to explain that a little bit. So interestingly, I have a different view about bullying than a lot of other people, and some of you may know it. Don, Allie, and I did a video a while back, and I discussed this idea of when you're being bullied, or just for instance, when my daughters might have been bullied when they were younger, I would often talk to them about this idea of looking at life from the bully's perspective. What must life be like for them at home? What type of life must they have? Are mom and dad angry with them? Are they divorced? So there's some type of pain typically behind bullies' behavior. There's this book, one of my favorites. It's called Hurt People, and that's exactly what happens. So people who are hurt often hurt other people in their lives, and it's very common with addiction as well. That they often have been hurt either in relationships or some type of trauma in their life, and therefore they tend to hurt people. Not purposefully, not intentionally, but based on their actions, they end up hurting other people. And so the thing that I wanted to talk about is this idea of their best friend. So think about, for you, right? Think about your best friend. Think about the person that you go to. It could be your spouse. It could be a great friend from kindergarten, elementary school, high school, college years. The person that you go to when you are happy, when you are sad, when you are angry, when you need someone to talk to, when you need to feel better, when there's something going on in your life and you feel horrible, you go to this person. And typically, hopefully, when you walk away after spending time with that person, you feel better. It alleviates stress, it helps kind of decompress you emotionally, and you feel better. The same idea is that of an addict. So when spouses or family members talk to me and say, why can't so-and-so stop their behaviors? Don't they realize how much they're hurting me, us, their whole family, themselves? Yes, they do. But it's almost as if you're asking them to give up their best friend. So they have been using pornography, they have been drinking, they have been using drugs. Whatever their addiction is, that has been to them a best friend. That's been something, some behavior, some substance that they've gone to time and time and time again in times of sadness, in times of frustration, in times of happiness. When they feel out of control emotionally, they go to that behavior or that substance. And guess what? It makes them feel better afterwards. And so in essence, their addiction becomes their best friend. So asking them in essence to give it up is really to not know how much that means to them. And of course I have all the empathy in the world If you're not an addict, if you're living with an addict, if you're going through something like that, I can't imagine what that must be like for you. And so I'm not trying to minimize your pain at all. What I'm trying to do is create a different perspective for the person walking with the addict, so that they can hopefully understand a little bit better what it is that they would be giving up. So just wanted to give you that perspective today. Again, a gorgeous day here in Northern Virginia. If you or someone you know could use this video, please share it on your page. Post it, let people know the work that we're doing. Again, if you know of anyone who could use the services that we're providing here, contact them, let them know about what we're doing. We would love to be able to be in touch, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks.